Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie, and we're going to talk about the 6 techniques for installing good habits. And did you know the secret to your success is found in your daily routine? And you might go, I better fix that. Yes, you better. All right, we're going to dive into this book. It's called The Compound Effect. As you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And if you're watching live or listening live, which, by the way, we have a podcast called KetoMom Secrets. We're on Instagram called KetoMom Secrets, Facebook KetoMom. You can listen to the podcast, but if you're watching live, it's Friday. Happy Friday. What are you doing this weekend? Anything super fun? I would love to know. We actually have guests coming all weekend. So we have 6 other people that are going to stay in our home for the whole weekend until Monday. It's going to be super fun. They're coming up from Florida, so we're getting ready for our guests. We will be leaving in a couple hours to go pick them up. So tell me where you're tuning in from and if you're doing anything fun, right? And if you're not, maybe your head is like, listen, I have to go to work. One thing you can always change is your verbiage, and you can say, I get to go to work. I get to help provide for my family. I get to, whatever the case may be. What do you get to do this weekend? All right. So here's how we're doing this book. I come on live. We talk about the basic overview. I think the book is incredible to help you with your habits, to help you have an awareness. The key word for all of this, and he's going to say this in the book again, awareness. As soon as you have awareness of what you're doing and how often you're eating and the excuses that you're making or the reasons why you're not doing something or why you are doing something if it's not a great habit, as soon as you have awareness, it's the first step to go, I know why I'm doing that. Whether it's a feeling or a habit or a reward or boredom, you go, all right, I know how to fix this. And so you can always go back. You can go to ketomomsecrets.com, click on mindfulness or book club. I think it's labeled Keto Mom Book Club. I always forget. ketomomsecrets.com, and you can go through all of the books and the past lives on the books that we've done. Today, we are diving into 6 techniques for installing good habits. Yesterday, we talked about, just so you have a reminder, we talked about 5 strategies for eliminating bad habits. So we talked about how to eliminate them, how to identify our triggers. We talked about swapping different options, cleaning house, and making it simpler for you to eliminate some things. Today, we've got techniques to install good habits. And here's how he starts it. He's like, eliminating a bad habit means removing something from your routine. Installing a new one, more productive habit requires an entirely different skill set. So it's one thing to remove it. Now we have to implement a new routine or a new habit. So John Maxwell says this, you will never change your life until you change something that you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. And so, listen, I talk about this book often. I might have it. I don't know where I have it. It's a book called The Morning Miracle. It's an incredible book. If you do not own your morning, that would be the next book. You guys, it's a simple read. For you to go through it, you could read the entire book in a day, a couple days. It's called The Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod. He has a lot of different versions, but if you want to seriously own your morning, I would get the book and read it and start implementing it, whether it's 1 hour a day or 6 minutes. He gives you different options to meet it at where you need to start so you can own your morning and own your day. All right. I needed my mom fuel. Are you ready? So the number one key is we're going to eliminate bad habits and start implementing good habits is staying aware. That should be your word for the rest of the year. My word is awareness on all things in life so that I can have the awareness of what's not serving me and what I need to do better to get me to where I want to go. All right, number 1, if you're taking notes, set yourself up for success. So I love this. He goes, any new habit has to work inside your life and your lifestyle. If you join a gym that's 20 minutes away, you won't go. If you're a night owl, but your gym closes at 6 o'clock, that's not serving you, right? It won't work. Your gym must be close and convenient and fit into the schedule, in your schedule. If you want to lose weight and eat healthier, you must make sure your fridge and pantry are stocked with healthy options. You want to make sure that you don't binge on vending machine snacks. You bring your own snacks with you, keeping nuts and healthy snacks in your desk drawer. The easiest and most tempting type of foods to grab when you're hungry are empty carbs. So one strategy is to always have protein on hand. So you guys, the first step in implementing a good habit is to set yourself up for success, right? Get a gym membership, stock your fridge, get rid of the candy in the desk drawer, put in a good snack, some nuts, always have water on your desk or at home, like take your shaker bottle with you. So number 1 is set yourself up for success. Number 2, think addition, not subtraction. What does that mean? So he tells a story of, who was it? Hold on, I'm looking for Montel Williams. He tells a story about meeting with Montel Williams, and he needed to be on a strict diet for a medical reason, but here's what he told his friend, Darren. He said, Darren, I don't know if that's how he said it, but in my head he did. He goes, it's not so much that you attempt to take out something out of your diet. He goes, I've rephrased something, and instead of thinking of all the things I can't have, I start thinking of things I will have or I'm going to have. So instead of thinking, he goes, I think of addition, not subtraction. So, because he was doing it for medical reasons, right? But in general, if you're like, I can't have that. I can't have that donut. I can't have that birthday cake. I can't. Instead of thinking you can't, he says, I can't. Okay, so he goes, instead of thinking that he has to deprive himself or take something out of his diet, right? Chocolate, whether it was dairy, ice cream, he thinks about what he can have instead. So today I'm going to have a salad and I'm going to have vegetables and fresh figs. That's what he says. I don't like figs. He fills his focus and his belly with what he can have. So he's no longer saying, I can't. He's going, what can I have today? What am I going to add into my diet today? Does this make sense? So focus on what am I going to have, not what I can't have. Does that make sense? All right. He goes, number 3, go for the PDA, public display of accountability. If you want to change some habits, and if you want to add in some good ones, we are going to set ourselves up for success. We are going to think addition, not subtraction. What can I have? We are going to do some public display of accountability. So he says this, you want to cement the new habit in, get Big Brother to watch you. It'll never be easy without this. Okay, so it's never been easier without social media. I tell people this all the time. I'm like, we're going to dive into an accountability partner, but I promise you, if you put yourself out there and you're like, listen, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Or, hey, everybody, how's your New Year's resolutions going? I am committed to going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to share it on here because it's for me for accountability. And then I know y'all are watching and I know you're wondering if I'm going to commit to this. Public display of accountability is huge. And we have social media at our fingertips to go, here's what I'm doing. Whoever wants to watch, awesome. It's really because every single day I have to post my workouts, which holds me accountable. If you watch, great. If you don't, I don't care. It's to hold me accountable. Or whatever the case may be. Maybe you at the end of each day, you celebrate on a social media platform and you're like, I didn't go to Target and spend any money today because my goal is to be financially free. Celebrate me. Woohoo! Whatever it is, right? So it is public display of accountability. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell social media, tell Twitter, tell Facebook. Get the word out that there's no sheriff in town and you are in charge. Ha! I love that, right? And whether you use social media or not, what this is going to do is if you tell a friend or you tell a family member, how many people have you told? We've told friends and family. And we're in our family, our physical family in our home, my husband will always say, I'm going to be the best shape of my life by the time I'm 40. And if he eats something that's not there, my girls will go, Dad, I thought you were going to be in the best shape of your life by the time you're 40. And he'll go, oh, yeah, I am. Why are you eating the ice cream? Right? So I'm just giving you an example. Like as soon as you tell somebody, a best friend or somebody else, listen, they will watch you and they'll go, I thought you weren't drinking anymore. Oh, did you go to the gym? Right? They're your accountability. So tell somebody. All right, number 4, find a success buddy. This is different. When you're telling somebody as a whole, you're at a family function and you're like, hey, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds, or you're having fun conversation. That's just putting it out there. A success buddy is different. There's a few things as powerful as 2 people who lock arms and are marching towards the same goal. So he talks about, he had a peak performance partner. That's what he called it, a peak performance partner. This is somebody that you're going to very specifically ask and go, will you hold me accountable? And this is what he did. He said every Friday at 11 o'clock sharp, they had a 30-minute meeting to talk about their wins, their losses, the things that needed to be fixed. They talked about all of the things they needed feedback on. It was one person they gave voice to go, are you open to a suggestion? Hey, why didn't you do that? It's one person that you can go, listen, I will take the hard, like, tell me what you think, or here's what I'm doing, you're comfortable talking with, right? If you don't have that quite yet, do the public display of accountability. But my encouragement to you is find a sister, a friend, a coworker, somebody to go, can we either talk for 30 minutes once a week? Can I just send you? You don't even have to. I have women that send me messages every single day that tell me what they ate, what they're like, how they're feeling as an accountability. I don't actually seek them out. They send me a message and I'll respond and I'll look through it real quick and I'm like, oh, that looks great. Or maybe try this. I have a suggestion. Are you open to doing this? So that's an option. All right. Number 5 is competition and camaraderie. And have any of you ever done anything at work where you're doing like, all right, everybody at work, whoever loses the most body fat wins $500. That's basically what he's saying. He's like, all it takes is a little competition to keep people's engines revving, right? What kind of friendly competition can you organize with your friends, your colleagues, or teammates? And how can you inject fun into it to be competitive, but also give you a little bit of like, I'm going to win, right? That's a great way to stay accountable. Competition. I love to win. And when there's a competition, I'm just going to say, I rarely lose. And I'm not even trying to be like proud. I am very competitive. So if you give me like, listen, this is what we're doing, I'm going to work my booty off to get there. If I don't get there, it is what it is, right? I tried my hardest, but you can sure bet I'm going to give everything that I have to win whatever it is. It doesn't even matter if it's like a backpack. It doesn't even matter if it's a shaker bottle. It doesn't even matter if it's like, you get your name right here, nobody will see it, but you won. Yes! I'm competitive. All right, number 6. So if you're just tuning in, tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you're missing the beginning, you can always go back. The lives always stay here. We are talking about 6 techniques to install good habits. We talked about setting yourself up for success. We talked about thinking addition, not subtraction. We talked about public display of accountability, telling people what you're doing, finding a success buddy. Competition is healthy as long as it's done well. And then celebrating. Number 6 is celebrating. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. That must be a common phrase. I've never heard that before, but that's what he says. And it's a recipe for backsliding. So he goes, so in general, and we talk about this in our team, like in our company, I'm really striving to celebrate every day. So you have a big goal. I want to lose X amount of weight, right? But oftentimes if people don't see that goal being achieved in 2 weeks, or they get frustrated within a couple days, they quit. So you need to find something to celebrate every day. So when you go to the gym, celebrate. When you choose the salad over the donut, celebrate. You need to find little wins every single day. It's like at the end of kindergarten when you did really good and your teacher's like, you had such a good attitude today, here's your gold star. You need to give yourself a gold star every day. And so he says this, give yourself a gold star, or make time to celebrate yourself every day. It could be take a relaxing walk, or a bath, or reading a book that's a fun book, or a bigger milestone could be like booking a massage, going to dinner at your favorite restaurant, whatever it is. Celebrate yourself daily. It's super important. Good job, Stephanie. You went for a walk. Hey, good job. You actually chose to this instead of this. Celebrating is important. He says, change is hard. There is one thing that 99% of failures and successful people do in common. They all hate doing the same things over and over again. The difference is successful people do them no matter what, right? I'll tell you this. It's not that I love to always go to CrossFit. I sometimes look at the workouts and I'm like, this is gonna stink. And I still go. Or choosing certain foods or not participating in certain things. Like, listen, I sit at CrossFit every day, not 7 days a week, but when I go, and there are times where I'm working out that my own mind goes, cut it short. Oh, I think you're tired. Nope, we're not going to do that. Maybe you should end early. Nobody's going to know that you skipped 10 reps. You guys, I know. I have been working on self-development for 8 years, and I still have to take my mindset captive. I still have to go, stop it. No. And I have to replace those things that try to get into my head and say, I only will cheat myself. Listen, I don't care if other people are watching me. I know what I need to do. I will cheat myself if I let my mindset tell me what it's trying to tell me, right? Because our body's going to go, I'm tired. Hey, you're tired. I think you're tired. And I can go, I can do one more rep. Listen, you hear certain phrases from people. I hear my dad in my head often. He'll be like, listen, if you cut corners in life now, you'll cut corners in life for the rest of your life. It's not serving you, right? And so you do hard things. And so listen, you might watch somebody and go, but it's easier for you. It isn't easier. It's a choice. And every single day, you make choices and I make choices and I have the same voices that you do. I just know how to conquer them and tell them to stop it because I've been working on it over and over again. And I'll say stop or I'll say no, or I'm like, dumb. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to quit. And then I'll say, I can do this. I can do this. One more rep. Like, it's a choice. Every single day you get to choose to do things that are going to help you long term or to give up. The only way you fail is if you quit. So if that's the one phrase that you run in your head when you're making a choice or you're not wanting to go to the gym or you're not wanting to do whatever it is, the only way you fail is if I quit. Successful people do the things every single day that unsuccessful people won't. It's not a secret. Well, there's one more secret. Are you ready? He's like, all right, one more thing to tell you, and then we'll wrap up this chapter. He goes, when it comes to breaking old habits and starting new habits, here's what you need to remember: to be patient. You're like, If you had one word, it would be awareness to start it off. Like, let's like bookend this, right? We're going to start off with awareness. We're going to work through all of these things that we're learning to take out bad habits and implement new habits. And then we're going to bookend it. At the end, we're going to have patience. Awareness, patience, and all of the things in the middle are your journey. And you can do it with patience over time. You will get there. All right? So this is the book that we're going through. We'll continue to go through it. It's going to be super great. I enjoy this book. I think it's a great book for you to go through and actually read some of the stories, and we go through a majority of it on the page, but it's a great book to grab. Reach out with questions. Happy Friday if you're watching live. Thanks for tuning in. If you have questions, you can ask them below. You can send me a message. You continue to tune into the page. It's going to be a super fun weekend. KetoMomSecrets.com for any other books we've done in the past, or recipes, or how to get started, or drinking ketones. I'll be heading to the post office later this afternoon, to drop off some ketone trial packs. If you've never tried them, post trial in the comments. We've got a super fun summer slim down bundle that we'll be doing. We're doing this. We're starting the 60-hour keto reboot on Sunday, so make sure you tune in here. And if you already have it, make sure you're in my customer group. We're going to be doing this and the entire slim down in July and August. So if you need like a kick in the booty, if you need something to walk you through the rest of the summer, post summer slim down bundle, summer bundle below, and we'll chat. I'll show you what it is. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful morning. Bye.